Game started.
iChess. Let's see. Let's try d4. Played e4 last time. d4, e6. Well, we'll get into an e4 game anyway. How about another French defense? See how it goes. If he plays the winner, maybe I'll try up. He plays the Rubinstein variation. Not too familiar with this one, actually. Don't see it that often. I don't know of any problems with it. Seems like he's going for simplification. Well, he left the bishops on. He just got rid of one pair of knights. I'm going to castle, and if he takes my d-pawn, I'm just going to take back with a knight. There's a little bit of asymmetry in the structure now because of this move. Because of the move c5, well, even with the exchange, there's asymmetry, I guess. So this just c5 just opens it up a bit more. So I put some pressure on the on the c5 pawn, seeing if I can force some kind of exchange there. I think let's keep the bishop on this good diagonal. Maybe I can threaten a checkmate there. in a good day, I can threaten a checkmate there. Let's see. So if I take the pawn, he's going to take the bishop. And then after I take back, he can grab the pawn. So that looks like a bad structure for me. So let's not take that pawn and wait for him to take. So this is what I planned. Yeah, taking back with the knight. And looks like he wants even more simplification, which I do not want. I want to play queen d3 to queen h7 checkmate. That's what I want. And he's opening up files for his... so I'm going to bring a rook over to the d file, maybe scare his queen off of there. He can play... Yeah, oh, he moved there early. I was going to say, he could just play knight to c5. No, he couldn't play knight to c5. Maybe that's what he wants, knight to c4. Maybe he wants to play knight to c4, and so he's supporting it with the queen. So if I play queen to d3, threatening checkmate, how does he stop it? He can't stop it with the bishop. Oh, he can play g3. Well, that g6. g6 is at least somewhat of a concession. So let's go ahead and force that. Force that g3, and then maybe I can take advantage of some of these holes. Some of these holes on his king side. Knight c4 is still a move here, so let's move my queen out of the way. He was attacked by the rook, of course. And you want to keep the queen on a line with the b pawn, so knight c4 attacks b2, and I can play bishop to b3, and it's defended. I could play bishop b3 here, or rook... I like rook d1, getting the rook on an open file. I'm not quite sure how I can take advantage of these holes just yet. Knight to g4 seems like maybe an idea. It is defended by the bishop there. Maybe, though, maybe simply h4, h5, try and create some more holes over here. I guess he can take the knight with his bishop and grab the pawn. He's playing too quick. If you look at this, he's not using any time for his moves, so he's missing those little tactics. Fortunately for me, I guess. But yeah, just grab the knight, trade off the knight and grab the pawn. That's the classic remove the defender tactic. Now this is, I mean, he can take, and I'm just giving up the pawn, but I have some moves that bring that. I mean, I plan to get the pawn back. If he takes this way, then now when he grabs, I can take back right away with the queen. Okay, so I'm going to open up the H file, and maybe g3, king g2, rook h1. It's a way to put a piece on the, it's kind of a slow 1, 2, 3, 3 moves to get a piece on the h-file. What else is there? Oh, you know what there is? There's queen, queen here. And it threatened to exchange on, threaten the pawn. Yeah, maybe queen g4 threatens the pawn. No, it doesn't threaten the pawn. Maybe it puts a little pressure on the pawn, perhaps. Yeah, I can play bishop to b3, attacking the pawn. So I have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, same number of pawns. I have a slightly better structure, perhaps, because he's got this isolated e-pawn that I can harass. So like now, how's he going to take back? So if I take, he takes with the king because he wants to keep the e-pawn defended. I play bishop here. And then he can just move the pawn because his king is up here. So I shouldn't trade. I think let's go here. Or shouldn't trade under those circumstances. Now I can take here. Queen takes. Play bishop to bishop b3. Okay, he defends with the rook here or here. Well, here, because that's the only way. And then I can attack with the rook. Yeah, okay, so trade first. Attack the pawn. And his only defensive move is that, and then bring another piece to bear on the pawn. Oh, he has another rook that he can bring into the attack here. He has another rook. Ah, but instead he just moved his king. And I could have tried, I guess, taking with the queens and getting all the material off, but it's just a one-pawn lead. It's not that inspiring. And I have no idea that's really a winning position. So you want to, I mean, in my opinion, you should keep material on the board until you have achieved some kind of winning advantage. Then, no, that's interesting. He's attacking, yeah, he's attacking that pawn. And I couldn't really defend it with the queen without giving up the bishop here. Oh, no, the bishop was defended by the rook, so I could have played queen g3. I'm sorry. Played that one a little too fast myself. He keeps wanting to trade. Okay, so let's investigate this. So I've got a bishop against a knight and an extra pawn. And there's pawns. The bishop is usually better than the knight when the board is open and there's pawns on both sides. So just the general factors favor white here after the trade. So queen takes, rook takes. Maybe king to f2, and then what's he going to do? He's going to bring his knight into play, bring his king into play probably. But I can go after these pawns. I guess I'm going to accept the endgame. This should be better for me. You can't really calculate. There's too many pieces on the board to really calculate this endgame all the way out. But unless there's an immediate tactic I have, it seems the long-term advantage here. An immediate tactic like that one, huh? Okay, it's better to be on the offense here, I think. So if I play bishop to b3, he plays knight takes. I can also play g3, force his rook to move. His rook has no. His rook has no. So his rook would have to go back. I could attack his. Yeah, let's play here. The idea is to attack the knight, give up this one pawn here, and play rook to
check,
Rook to e7 check. With the bishop, what I noticed was the bishop is guarding this square, so he can't interpose with his rook. So let's grab a pawn.
check,
Yeah, knights always have those checks. They're annoying pieces that way. Going after this pawn. So if I play G4, F4. If I play F4, he's got the knight here check and knight there check. Knight there check, I take it. So it's knight here check. King here, knight there check, or back to there check. A few checks, but they don't seem fatal. Yep, let's do that. He didn't go that way. He went to defend his pawn. So my other pawn I can attack here is the H pawn with the move bishop to G8. He has no checks with the knight. He has no way to defend the pawn. He can move the rook with check. I go here to stay away from knight checks. Actually, there's no knight checks. I go here. Then he still can't defend that pawn. Isn't that checkmate? I guess not. Rook here check. The king goes to this square.
check,
And now rook here attacking the knight. Oh, but it's defended. So he can exchange off one more pawn
Check.
here. The bishop is guarding the square the rook might check me from. I hadn't overlooked that. Okay, so I can take the last pawn, reduce my opponent's winning chances. He gets a check here. And then maybe he goes after this pawn. But I'll have two pawns left. Let's go here. That's sort of maximum distance from the knight, and defends the the f pawn. So now I'm going to just kind of walk away from that pawn
check,
and try and help these pawns promote. I see there's a check there, check there,
check,
check. Check here would be nice, but I'm guarding that with a pawn. Oh, he gets a pawn. Okay, let's see if I can force an exchange of rooks, because this would be easier to win. The rooks were off. He has two checks with the knight, but I can play king to b4 on either check. Check here, here. Oh, if checks here, I take it. Check here, king b4. Yes, he doesn't want to trade. Okay, well, he shouldn't trade, yeah. Okay, so now this check here is a threat. So let's get the king to b4 where the knight won't check it. It's a threat to win the exchange.
check,
I have to start moving a little faster here. Right, so knight's hitting the rook. Let's counterattack. The knight can go here or here to check my king, and the bishop covers both of those squares. Here or here. If he moves the knight anywhere, I can trade for the bishop, I will do it. So he goes here. Okay, so let's push the pawn. Let's see. I guess I should defend with the rook. I was going to defend with the king, but then he can check me and maybe drive me into something awkward, or maybe pick up the bishop here. Okay, his knight is off sides now, so let's and once again he's got a couple checks, but the bishop is guarding those squares, so yeah, he had to go there with the rook. So now bishop to this diagonal somehow. Where on this diagonal can I go? This square, but I can't get there. This square, but I can't get there. Okay, so 1, 2, where can I go? Actually, the knight's covering these squares, so I can go here. Oh, actually, yeah, I can go here. He's got a knight check. I can attack the knight with my king. Let's see. So if he attacks my
Check.
rook, oh, he can't attack my rook. He can attack my king. I can attack his knight. It's an interesting setup. The bishop is preventing the king from getting close to attack my rook. He would really like to go somewhere which attacks both these pieces, and he can't. But he can, you know what he could have taken the pawn there. That's annoying. Okay, so I can take his rook, he takes my bishop. I mean, I take his knight, he takes my bishop. And then I have both pawns defended, so one of these should win. One of these pawns should win. So let's get over here and see if we can do it. He's kind of making it easy for me. If he brings the king over here to trade for the, he can trade. Oh, I know. He's going to use his king as a blockader. But you can't stop two pawns when they're widely separated like this. I don't believe it is possible. If the rook ever leaves the back rank, then this becomes a queen. Of course, he can do it with check.
Resigns.
Yeah, he's going to lose there. Okay, well, I made a few mistakes in that endgame, so I will check that out in the post-mortem. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. See you later. Bye.